Hello Guardians, happy Monday. My name is XCalion, and never mind what I just said because it's Monday and, well, they're never really all that happy, are they? But I digress. Today we have a topic. We're going to go over my first impressions of the Vision of Confluence Scout Rifle. Now, I'm going to say this isn't going to be just a long, in-depth review or anything. It literally is just first impressions. I don't believe I've gotten the roll that I want for a review, nor have I had enough kills with either of the rolls that I do have that I'm using to say, what you should necessarily go for. The role that I have here today very much caters to my style of play. So that being what it is, going into the rest of the video, I'm going to preface by saying, yes, I play on PlayStation 5. I'm using a regular PlayStation 5 controller, so just know that, I'm playing at the higher frame rates with my, in PvP with my monitor, and I play at the 105 FOV, pretty standard, not playing on PC or anything like that. I just kind of want to lay the ground for you so you know whenever I talk about weapons, I'm talking about on console. And I'm actually pretty impressed by the Vision of Confluence. And the reason I felt it necessary to even talk about it is because there's some other streamers, other content creators out there that have talked about that, it's kind of garbage, kind of dookie. And, the 180s, need a buff, and I'm definitely not disagreeing with that sentiment. I believe that 180s totally need a buff, but I'm coming at this from the standpoint that if 180s get a buff, it's going to make this scout rifle even better than it already is. At least if you play with it the way that I do, and that is to use it for its intended purpose. It is a medium to long range weapon, okay? You do not use it close range. That's why I'm pairing it with a sidearm. You could use a shotgun, you could use, maybe a 180 hand cannon or something like that, but I find a sidearm to be the best complement to any scout rifle if you're using it for its intended purpose. So, for the scout rifle, you have medium to long range. For the sidearm, you have basically close to medium range, and that covers basically everything in between. So, on this map right here, I actually ended up dropping a 40 bomb, and I think it was an 8.0 KDA, I believe. And you can see, whenever I'm drawing people in for the range engagements, I switch to my scout rifle. Whenever I'm jumping in for the close range engagements, I switch to the sidearm. And, sometimes you can use whichever to cover the in-between for the medium range encounters. But, glitchy. Nice connection, bro. But, yeah, so it's important to know your place on the map, right? And on Distant Shore right here, it's a big map, so you have plenty of those ranged engagements right here, using my range to outgun this auto rifle user. And then, on the last map, on Bannerfall, you saw me use the sidearm quite a bit more, just because there's a lot more close quarters, close range engagements, and that is just the more necessary thing. If I'm going for, a better score, if I'm going for a better KD, I need to play smart, and that's what I suggest for you to do if you're using something like this. Now, just a few details about the Vision of Confluence. It is from the Vault of Glass raid. It is a 180 RPM, and it's, I believe that makes it a precision frame, I believe is what that is. And does it maybe need a buff? Are some of the content creators right? I mean, sure, they're probably not wrong. The speed at which you kill somebody with this is not exactly stellar, right? It's not the best. It's a slow firing. It's got less impact than a 180 hand cannon for comparison, so you're not doing as much damage. It takes more headshots and a body shot to get a kill than it does with a 180 hand cannon. It's not stellar for sure. And I personally would much rather use a high impact, a 150, or even a rapid fire, a full auto frame, 260 RPM, just because they have better TTK values, right? Just much better. The 150 just has better range, better damage, and then the 260 full auto, it allows it to get more rounds downrange faster, while the damage is not all that different than the 180. So, you know, just know that, you know, it takes some getting used to. You know, definitely takes some grit to use, but it can be rewarding. I'm not lying, and this one, it's got some cool rolls. Like, it can roll full auto, and I definitely love full auto on scout rifles for PvP. Out of the two rolls that I'm using today, I'm using full auto on both, but one has Killing Wind and one has Wellspring. And on the first clip on Bannerfall, I was using the Killing Wind roll. That one, it's really it. It's Killing Wind and full auto. This one, being Wellspring, it's also got high cal rounds, and again, love high cal rounds, especially on a weapon like this, firing full auto. It can help you really stagger the opponent and help you with your engagements. Wellspring's okay, you know, that, you know, charges up your abilities, you know, but it could be better. You know, I think that this rolls with Zen Moment, I believe, as well. Or if I had high cal rounds with Killing Wind, that would be, you know, even better, realistically. But on this map, I'm using the Wellspring with the high impact reserves, and you can see it definitely helps me with those ranged encounters. You know, I'm being able to put in the work. People start shooting at me, and they have a hard time keeping their sights on me. And scout rifles are great for getting multi-kills at long range. So you can pair this up with the, I think it's called Precision Charge, I think is what it's called. It's one of the charged with light mods. Getting kills rapidly with a scout rifle or sniper rifle or a bow or hand cannon, I believe, allows you to become charged with light. And use that with the high-powered or high energy fire, I believe is what it's called. And, you know, you can, if you have high energy fire procced while charged with light, I believe you can actually, like, 3 crit, maybe 2 crit, 1 body. It's pretty handy. I was using it, and I need to get a little bit more research done on it. But yeah, this is just kind of my first impressions. That's all I intended for this to be. I dig it. I like it. If you have your role, if you're comfortable with it, you can do great things with it, maybe. You know, just know how to play your game. But don't forget to like the video, guys, for the algorithm, and Godspeed, my friends.
He got a 75 bomb. Now